Guys, I don't really know what to say right now. Um, Everything just sort of happened, and I look at my channel one time, and I see that I have 1,000 subscribers. And my initial thought was just, wow. I, no other words, just wow. I don't think I can thank you guys enough for the amount of support and love that you've thrown at this channel. It's really helped get up to this milestone. It's really helped me get up to this goal that I've had for so long, and we've finally made it, so I can't thank you enough. I started my channel in 2016, but I didn't really upload many videos. I only really uploaded videos about 5 years ago. It's taken a while to get here, but nonetheless, I'm just really happy that that we've made it to this many subscribers, and that we've built this community over a few years, and I'm just forever grateful. It's still a shock and a surprise to me. I don't really know what else to say. But getting up to this goal and this milestone really wouldn't have been possible for all of the hard-working people behind our films, all of the actors, all of the people that have generated ideas for how things should go. It really has been a long journey since when I started making films, but it's been a really fun one too. Going back to 2020, when I made my first proper film, Star Wars Clone with the Force, I made that during quarantine because it was meant to be for a school project. And I think we were going to start to make it at school, but I decided in quarantine, hey, if I'm going to make something for my drama class, it's going to be a Star Wars short film, because I'm really into Star Wars and Marvel, as everybody should know by now. And that's what I did. I made a Star Wars short film. It took really long to put together, actually. It's only like a 4-minute film, but it took really long to put together. And I didn't really know how people were going to receive it, but it definitely paid off in the end, because I had so many positive comments on that film that they wanted a part 2. They thought it was really cool. They loved the lightsaber tracking. And after a few days, my dad said to me, hey Justin, we should probably make a part 2 to this. And I was like, yeah, we should, because if a lot of people received it this well, imagine how they would receive it a second time with another film. Now obviously we didn't do another Star Wars film after that, because I just remember being pretty stressed out with doing lightsaber tracking over and over again. It was a very difficult thing to do, because I wanted to learn how to do VFX. I wanted to learn how to do these things myself so I could make more content out of them. But at the time I was like, I want to make another film, but I don't really know if I want to do lightsaber tracking that much again. So I sort of said, what if we did a Spider-Man film? There are a lot of Spider-Man fan films out there, but I feel like we could do it differently with a suit that not many people have used. I don't think anyone has actually used it before. I haven't seen anybody use it, which is the stealth suit, aka Night Monkey from Spider-Man Far From Home. And I just started to sort of handwrite a script, and I was like, okay, I think we can make this 5-minute movie work. Just a fun little sort of test film where I can see how to do web effects and see how different this film would be compared to other Spider-Man fan films. Because I really love that suit. I initially made it for Comic-Con in 2019. Didn't think about making a film back then, but in 2019, I did want to make a Spider-Man fan film at some stage, but I never went along with it because I thought it'd be way too hard, which it is. I'll explain a little more of that in a minute. But I kind of just dropped the idea. It wasn't really something we elaborated on at the time. But in 2020, did the Star Wars film, actually decided to do the Spider-Man fan film. And I think the only reason why we did do that is because we actually generated more of an audience from the Star Wars film, which I wouldn't have had in 2019. I wouldn't have had that audience before because I never made films back then. But I've always had like a passion for filmmaking ever since I was a lot younger. This is probably like 2014, 2015, something like that. I started making little films with my dad, mostly based on like zombie apocalypse stuff. It didn't really go far because it took a lot of time and effort, so we kind of just dropped the idea. But now, since that drama class gave me an opportunity to it actually gave me an excuse to make a film. It motivated me a little more. Sort of generated an audience from it. So then we did the Spider-Man film, and it is very difficult. I thought it would have been easy at first, as anyone probably would, starting to make a Spider-Man fan film, but it is very difficult. It is a big challenge, especially doing your first one. I wrote a script thinking it was going to be like 5 minutes long, but then we generated a lot more ideas. It ended up being 26 minutes long, Spider-Man Stealth Mission. A lot of time and effort is needed when putting in a lot of work into it. It was really, really fun though. I can't say it wasn't, because, you know, you'd expect it to be fun, and it was really fun. Obviously there were times where I was getting a little stressed because we filmed the first one in 2020 during quarantine and everything, and it was probably one of the most challenging things ever. Making a Spider-Man fan film during quarantine, boy, that's all I can say. It was very difficult to do. I just remember there being a time where they set up quarantine again for like another 6 weeks, and we really didn't want to wait that long to finish the film because we were so close. And I remember the rule was something like only 2 people can go out or something like that. So it was just, for the final fight scene, the final battle, it was just me, my dad, and the camera and the tripod. And that's how we filmed the final fight. You know, some of the punches and the kicks, they didn't connect. The fight scene could have been longer. We were so done at the end of the day. It was a very hot day in, you know, wearing fully clothed villain and hero suits. And, yeah, it's probably one of the biggest challenges ever. But, you know, we learn from our mistakes, as I said, with the fight scenes. But I think for a fight scene that was done during quarantine with only 2 people and a tripod, and you just have to try and guess where they connect, I think it came out pretty darn good. Like, I was like so worried how it would go, but there was just like one major kick that didn't connect, and I was like, oh, hopefully this doesn't ruin the movie. But aside from that one mistake, I was so excited to show everybody the film, because this was like an accomplishment, you know. I completed my first Spider-Man fan film. It's a big challenge. It's, at first, it might be a little stressful to go through, but eventually, when you're in the moments of filming and editing and actually doing the film, it'll be a success. I can assure you that all of you creators out there that want to do a Spider-Man fan film, I'm telling you now to go for it, because if you don't, I can assure you that you're going to regret it. If you've got an idea, go for it. Don't drop it. I reckon you all should go and chase what you want to do. Go do your passion. Go generate more ideas. Write down a script. Take your time with it just to make sure and fill up any plot holes and anything like that. and I can assure you it's going to be good. Trust me, because I was a little worried doing stealth mission in some areas, but in other areas I was so excited how this was going to go, and it was received brilliantly. Everybody loved it. Everybody. And that just made me so happy. I was so happy that a creation that I made, a creation that just simply came from my mind, an idea, a story that came from my mind. At first, I didn't think that many people were going to receive it that well, but they did. And that just motivated me even more to keep going in my film passion, to go on to the next Spider-Man film. It was probably one of the biggest things that motivated me to keep going, to keep doing Spider-Man Preliminary. And obviously I set up a sequel for Stealth Mission, but I couldn't do that because my friend Lucas was away for 2 years, which is fine. He's back now. But, you know, I did the prequel. That was received really well as well. It was also another challenge because that ended up being 45 minutes compared to Stealth Mission, which was 26. And I just can't say anything else other than it was received really well. Aside from having 1,000 subscribers, I would call that success. And I really hope this motivates all of you to chase your fan film dreams. I hope that if you have a story in mind, you go along with it. Because from what I've learnt, from all of the challenges I've went through, from all of the ideas and everything that I've come up with, I definitely wasn't expecting this much love and support from everybody after releasing these 2 films. And it's just been so amazing, and I can't thank all of you enough. I can't thank my family and friends enough. They have helped me so much with putting out these films and helping me produce them and act in them and everything. It really wouldn't have been possible without them. So I really want you guys to show some love and support for them in the comments, because I don't really know where I would be on YouTube right now if it wasn't for everyone else. And my really good friend Lucas Carson, aka Elboy Carson, has been a huge inspiration. He has been one of the best guys ever. I don't really know what else to say. He's, we've had chats, we've had video calls and everything about fan films and just everything like that. He's been one of the best people to me, and he's also helped me stay on track with fan films. Maybe if you're watching this right now, Lucas, you may not even realize it, but you just talking to me about films gets me even more motivated to keep going. And hopefully me talking to you right now helps everybody else watching to keep going, because I don't want it to be a chain that ends. I want this chain to keep going because I want to inspire everybody that's watching this to just keep chasing for their passion, keep chasing for their dreams in filmmaking. And I want to use this as an example to show that you will get there if you keep working and working and working, and you just keep going to the point where you just can't take it anymore. Just till you're exhausted, basically, because that's how far I went, and it paid off. Trust me. If you do what I did, if you do what Elboy Carson did, if you do what any other fan film creator out there, if you do what they did, you'll get there. Trust me, you will. I started making videos thinking I wouldn't even get to 100. That was my main goal in 2020. My main goal in 2020 was getting 100 subscribers. I thought I would never get there. And now I'm at 1,000. It's just... It still shocks me. It does, truly. And just after Clone with the Force and Stealth Mission, as soon as I hit that 100 subscriber mark, I felt so happy. And if you're not there yet, if you're not at 100 subscribers yet, you gotta work to get there. And if you're really, really, really passionate about what you're doing, it'll definitely pay off. You get to 100, that's a really good sign, because that's when Well, for me, that's the point where I felt super motivated to keep going. And I just kept working and working and working over the course of about 2.5 years, something like that. Now I've made it to 1,000. And I just can't thank you all enough. It's been truly an amazing experience, and now we've just done the Spider-Man Christmas special, which is already being received really well, and I still just can't thank you enough. It's been a really, really, really huge journey, and a really fun and challenging journey at the same time, but I don't regret a second of it. Every second of it has been so fun, yet so challenging, and I'm super excited to continue the films on this channel, and I'm just really happy to tell you all that the future of this channel is very, very bright, and that you will all enjoy what's coming next. 2023 is going to be a big year for the channel, and I hope you all enjoy all the content that comes out, and thank you again so much for 1,000 subscribers. I just felt like I've won the lottery. That's what it kind of felt like. But, the main part is I'm just happy that I have so many people here now. Now that I've got a larger community that is wanting to see more from the channel, that makes me more motivated to keep going. And I'm happy you guys are giving me this motivation. And once I actually get onto the projects, I just don't want to stop. I just don't want to stop doing it. So, once again, thank you all for 1,000 subscribers. The future is going to be very bright on Gallery Productions. I love every single one of you, and the future will not disappoint. I've said that so many times now, but I'm not lying. Goodbye, everybody. The future is going to be very bright on Gallery Productions. I'm Justin.